What is going on, guys, and welcome back to another video with your host, as always, K-Mac time. Now today we're going to take a look at some cartoons that you may have missed or skipped over, but you should definitely spend some time and check them out. They may be a tad obscure, but they are definitely solid shows and they deserve a watch. So without further ado, let's go ahead and kick this list off with number 10, Baby Blues. Now this show is based upon a very popular comic strip with the same name, but it ran for 13 episodes over on the WB before being canceled. However, the reruns were eventually picked up by the show and shown on Adult Swim for a short period of time. Now the show centered around the McPhersons, a young couple with a newborn baby. And though the show showed signs of promise, it only ever reached 13 episodes. However, it was rumored that another set of 13 episodes are fully finished, but have never been shown or aired or even released on DVD. Next up at number 9, we have The Oblongs, which is another WB show that only ran for 13 short episodes, and again was later picked up by Adult Swim and played the reruns for a short time. Now, The Oblongs took place in a world where the wealthy dominate the poor, except every third-class citizens seem to be deformed in some way. The show had a very diverse character lineup and was overall a very funny show. However, it never got past episode 13, which was very unfortunate. I actually remember watching this show back in the day on Adult Swim and particularly enjoying it. It's one of the funnier shows that never really made it past season 1, but you guys should definitely check that one season out. It's definitely worth a watch. Coming in at number 8 is Pepper Ann, which aired on ABC from 1997 until the year 2000, and the program's protagonist dealt with preteen issues such as puberty, embarrassing relatives, and awkward social situations. Pepper Ann was much like Doug and would daydream and even have conversations with their alternate self. However, this show did not catch on and was kind of out there. It did touch on some serious topics ranging from death, shaming, and divorce, and other topics that were kind of edgy for the audience they were going for. However, this show is mostly overshadowed by its much more popular Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon counterparts and was never really caught on, like I said, and it kind of gets overlooked, but it's definitely worth a watch if you guys can find episodes of it online. At number 7 is the animated series Bob and Margaret, which is about an overweight, childless, middle-aged couple, and it ran for 4 seasons. However, the first 2 seasons take place in Britain, while the last 2 take place in Canada. The show had a unique sense of British humor that we all love, and it had very witty writing. However, the show, like I said, only lasted 4 short seasons and was quickly forgotten. However, it is online. You guys can check this series out. I highly recommend giving it a watch. Next up at number 6 is Duck Dodgers, and this was only on for 2 seasons, but man, was it a jam-packed show. It had space battles, romance, unforgettable pop culture references, perfect highbrow and slapstick humor, and intro song was actually sung by Tom Jones. It takes place centuries after Duck Dodgers was cryogenically frozen and then unfrozen to serve the Galactic Protectorate. He turned out to be an incompetent leader who frequently bailed out by his cadet, who was played by Porky Pig. One of the best attributes of the show was, of course, its writing, and this was no surprise, as a member of its staff included the very acclaimed writer Paul Dini, who wrote the Batman the Animated Series show, which was very good. Thus, the storylines, characters, and gags in the show were top-notch, so definitely give this series a watch if you have not already. Number 5 on the list is Freakazoid. It was a zany, hilarious, cunning, and very kooky show, and it was only on for 2 seasons, but man, it made quite an impression, and the series was about a teenager turned superhero who fights for justice, yet always seems to mess things up along the way. The show is known for its dry sense of humor, and though it was short-lived, it was a great show. I actually remember the show being on in the morning before I go to my middle school, or not even middle school, before that, but it's such a great show. Definitely give the show a check out if you guys can get a hold of some of the episodes online. Next, at number 4, we have God, the Devil, and Bob. Now, this show originally aired on NBC of March of 2000 and what was quickly pulled due to low ratings and pressure from religious groups. However, the show is incredibly funny and has great writing. The show was later picked up by Adult Swim when they aired all 13 episodes. The show may have flown under the radars for many people, but it is truly a great, funny show and is definitely worth your time looking up. In at number 3 on the list is the show Toad Patrol, and now this little-known show follows 8 toadlet siblings who miss the migration with their help of their elderly, wise toad named Mistletoad. They band together to reach Toad Hollow before the fairy ring closes, and they're left behind to become toadstools. And this is a very crazy, off-the-wall concept, I know, but it's surprisingly a very fun, adventurous, and magical journey, believe it or not. The characters are unique and serve their own purposes, and there's true tension between the struggle to survive and becomes greater and greater as the show goes on. This show only ran for 2 short seasons, however, but it was released on DVD. If you guys can get your hands on them, they're definitely worth a watch, in my opinion. In our runner-up spot is the show The Critic. This show is about a portly, unattractive film critic named Jay Sherman, whose icy and cynical views made him an infamous figure in the film industry. The show is very well written. It's pretty funny. It's actually co-created by Al Jean and Mike Rice, who were formerly writers for The Simpsons. So you know the show has really good writing, and it was pretty funny. The show made use of many pop culture references and was based in the New York City. However, it never fully caught on and was canceled after just 2 seasons. However, this is one of my favorite shows, even though I used to watch it back in the day. I haven't seen it in a while. I remember the show being on. I remember it being very funny. Definitely worth your time to look up this show as well. And finally, our number 1 spot is Duckman, Private Dick, Family Man. Now, this show is a crude, offensive, obscene, sexist show, and is repulsive to many people. However, I find it hilarious. Many adult-oriented shows fail when they don't really catch on. They kind of alienate some viewers with their language, especially back in the time. This was aired from 1994 until 1997, so it kind of turned a lot of people off. But if you actually go back and watch this show, much of its foul humor is actually freaking hilarious. I absolutely love this show. If you guys can find episodes of this, please watch it. Google this, watch the show. It's so good. I'm so mad that it got canceled after only 4 seasons. It was a really good show. I really enjoyed it. I highly recommend, like I said, you guys looking this one up. It'll not let you down in the laugh department at all. It is full of great humor, great writing, great scenarios, all the kind of stuff you look for in a great adult humor animated show. But that's all we had time for, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you guys let me know down in the comment section what are some of your favorite hidden gems that are animated shows. Also, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe if you are new around here for all your cartoon and gaming news. Today's code word you can leave in the comments. Let me know you guys made it all the way to the end of this video is going to be dipsticks. Make sure you guys drop that. Also, and make sure you guys check out my Twitch page. Links to that be in the description. But until next time, guys, remember, it's always K-Mac time somewhere. Take it easy, guys, and peace out.